The FIA has just completed their investigation on S2G Motorsports, and their verdict is guilty.
Yes! 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 Yes!
That's right, because of the deal we had with S2G Club the Football and the way we were kind of giving away money to them, that has come under scrutiny. Especially because it was this Chinese accountant who cooked the books. By the way, this guy's Wang's brother. That's right, the same Wang Haijian we all know and love. But yeah, he's now caused us a lot of problem. Already at my football club, they're dealing with a lot of issues with La Liga, FFP fines and whatnot. Now, the FIA have not given any punishment so far. They're saying they're going to wait until the end of the season to give our punishment, and I don't have a good feeling, man. It could mean they'll take away the ability for us to develop parts. Maybe they'll make us downsize our operations, fire engineers and whatnot. Maybe they could give us multiple race bans, or worse, they could ban us from the sport entirely. To be fair, I think that would be a net positive for all parties. Formula 1 won't have to deal with the most crashing team of all time. I wouldn't be anywhere near driving a Formula 1 car, which I think is good for everyone, especially safety in the sport.
I mean, you're not wrong, but you didn't have to say it. I mean, good Lord.
For now, though, there's no decision that's been made. We're just gonna have to wait. But all this legal stuff is not distracting me from the fact that, yes, this season, we've got a shot at the championship. Now, you might be thinking I'm like 40 points behind Max, but did you see what we did in the last episode? A historic win at Monaco. Oh, yeah, we did DNF right after that at Barcelona. But today, everything could change. Our engineering department in 2 days will get a massive upgrade. And after that, we can finally start getting those aero upgrades, those chassis upgrades that are left. And that would level the playing field for us against the likes of McLaren, Ferrari, the Red Bull. The truth is, though, we are running out of time. Only 10 races are remaining. And if we don't start getting those upgrades by the end of today, it's going to be really hard to close that gap to Max Verstappen, and my championship dreams will be crushed. Right now, though, guys, there's nothing much we can do with the engineering department. It's a game of just waiting for these upgrades to come. So we are going to head to the Canadian Grand Prix. A lot of people have been saying I should use Pierre Gasly, but come on, guys. The amount of points we're collecting with Antonelli, we got to stick with him and try and make this Italian world champion. Oh my days, it's raining. But only for the practice sessions. Isn't that good news? The race is safe, because you guys know what happens when it rains. I'll be absolutely cooked. By the way, while we're getting through these practice sessions, start padding some resource points, there is a way you guys can support S2G Motorsports. We're launching our own merchandise store next week, but right now you can already sign up and have a chance to win a $100 merch giveaway. All you gotta do is enter your email, man. That's it. Links in the description. Do it. Before we get into quali, though, one thing I need to check. Our engine. And looks like, yeah, we fit in the new parts, because oh my days, we literally burnt out our last engine and that cost us a lot in Spain. But now we've got practically a new engine. Okay, when we're starting from pole, strategy matters so much. I'm definitely not doing the 2-stop. It's got to be medium hards, but what if I do soft to hards? I'll try and pit maybe a lap earlier, lap 7. But I have a feeling this might be really good. It'll allow me a really good getaway at the start to keep my position, and I won't have to deal with too much DRS from the cars behind. I want to take a bit of a gamble here. Oh, and it's a costly gamble. Everybody else is on mediums. I need to ace this race start now, and I think I got it right. We should be able to keep P1 from it. Now it's all about how much I can pull away from everyone else. Of course, the soft tires means I can brake a lot easier. I'm gonna have way more traction. I need to be at least 1 second clear after lap 1. Okay, lap 1, and Lando Norris is still behind me. I don't know if I've aced this race strategy or not. At least we're quite clear ahead of Max Verstappen.
A few moments later.
I think our strategy has failed because I can't keep ahead of Lando Norris, and my goodness, I was just trying to avoid crashing into him there. I don't know how I stayed ahead. Oh, somebody has caused the VSC. I think that is actually pretty good for us. It's going to mean our tires are going to be okay. I need to be careful, though, keeping the delta perfect because I don't want to lose time once the race begins again.
12 seconds later.
Drop your speed, our delta's too low.
Oh, no, I got to reduce my speed. Okay, it's fine, it's fine. I don't want a penalty for this nonsense. Oh, it's ending. Okay, how do I play this now? Wait, caution, what's happening? Has VSC over? I'm confused, man. There's a car on the track there. The FIA are ruining this race with their stupidity, but they've got enough time to try and, penalize me for money laundering, apparently. Like, what nonsense? There was literally a car on the track, and the FIA were like, oh, go racing. Why not?
Tire wear rates are lower than we expected. Stay us a little.
That's some good news, man, from our engineer. It means we are on the right strategy going with the softs, although I don't know how to keep Lando Norris behind, man. It's absolutely annoying. But yeah, using all of my DRS is enough to kind of keep him behind. That's a good thing. Bro, Lando Norris is absolutely flying past this lap from him. I'm able to keep Verstappen way behind. He's like 2 seconds back. But Lando in his Ferrari is absolutely rapid. With the help of our battery, we are able to kind of keep ahead of Lando. But look at that, boys. He's coming and coming and coming.
Why are you...
One thing I'll say, boys, it's very different having Max Verstappen behind versus Lando. I feel we're still controlling this battle. We're still P1. If we can stay P1 until, of course, the pit stop, that would be the absolute win. Just as I say that, Lando is trying to make a move, but absolutely not. I think we've managed to complete the first part of the job really nicely. We've kept Lando behind. Okay, now he's finally going to go ahead. But here's the good news. We're pitting. Probably a couple of laps earlier than everyone else. They're on a different strat. But I think the soft tires helped us out well. Okay, we need a good pit stop, pit crew. Don't mess things up. There you go. 2.4 seconds. Now, can we please not get into traffic? Because that could absolutely ruin everything. And brilliant, boys. Absolutely brilliant. That is what happens when you pit early.
Traffic paradise, what is this one?
But there are a few turns here where I think I can clear them. This being one of them. No, not much space. Even with DRS, this is not a place where I can maybe gain on them. This is absolutely annoying, bro. This is the last thing we needed, but I should be able to gain over here. That is more like it. And I should have DRS. Okay. Okay, they're all pitting. They're all pitting. That is what we needed. Now we can be sent free. I don't know where I stand. I'm currently P5, but I don't know when the other guys are gonna pit. Or have they pitted? It's super confusing right now. We'll find out now because I see a lot of cars are pitting. I think we got ahead of Norris, but he's right behind, man. This is bad. We're so much ahead of Max Verstappen. I think he got stuck in traffic. It's just Lando Norris. I don't know how to deal with him. Lando Norris is trying to make a move, but you know what? You are not Max Verstappen. I do not fear you, Lando. Look at that, boys. Fast this lap when it matters the most. And now Lando doesn't even have DRS. We're looking like we are in a really comfortable spot. 3 laps to go and we are maintaining the gap to Lando. We now just need to keep our composure, get the job done, no more silly mistakes. This could genuinely be a huge points haul, especially because Max is P3 and not P2. Oh no, Lando is slowly trying to get into DRS. We cannot allow that.
Rain is forecast in just over 10 minutes time. Rain.
It's gonna rain, but it's the last lap now. I think we're covered. I'm so glad it did not rain during the race. And come on, boys, a massive win in Canada. That's 2 wins for me in my last 3 races. I told you after Spain, we needed to give a good response. And that's exactly what we've done. Oh, man, look at the way we've closed down the gap. We're P3 in the standings now. 30 points to Max. And our upgrades haven't even started coming. The moment of truth, boys. Engineering upgrades coming in. And that means we're now in phase 4. This is where we're going to have serious development upgrades. And bro, let's kickstart them right now itself. It's got to be this aero breakthrough we've got to try and do. Unlock a new tier of aerodynamic upgrades. Unlock a new tier of chassis upgrades. Yup. We got to do that too. All those upgrades will still take a few days. Okay, we can also now do one more facility upgrade. I'm going to do the powertrain breakthrough. This should give us so many different car parts that we can, of course, develop. But of course, we've now got the British Grand Prix. It's still going to take like a week to get all our aero and powertrain breakthroughs. And then we'll have to research those parts. So there's still probably a bit of time until we can, of course, get all the new upgrades. Until then, there's only one thing we can do. Keep nicking those points away. Trying to close that gap to Max as much as we can. All right, we're now in quali in Britain. I think this is a tough track for us to be fast because there's so many like high-speed corners where the better cars will thrive. Whenever there's like a lot of turns, that is where I think our car is the best. We saw that in Monaco. But also then again, we did win Canada.
A few minutes later.
P10, man. I told you, this was not one of our stronger tracks. Kind of like Spain where we had no pace. That's how this felt like. I was like barely faster than my teammate, man. This was bad. The good thing is it's the Ferraris 1 and 2. They're going to take away some points from Max. I think this race in Silverstone is going to be completely different. It's going to be a fight back from us to try and just finish as high as possible to close the gap to Max. That's the goal. Let's not lose too many points. The weather looks a bit sus. But okay, it looks like there's going to be no rain or anything. We're fine. I'm not going to play around with strategy too much. It worked in Canada, but here let's stick with what our engineer says. All right, starting from P10, it's all about getting a good start and we'll work from there. Lights out and away we go. Can we get a good start? I think we do just about. Everybody's being really brave, but this might be a spot where we could make some moves. Absolute carnage there, but we stay ahead into P7. We have gained a few positions. I'm trying to squeeze through. Sonoda, why did you do that? Okay, it was my fault. It was completely my fault. I just feel like I have no pace to catch up. I'm keeping the Mercedes behind me, but I just can't gain any time ahead. Even the Mercedes now are going ahead of me, man. I just don't have the pace to compete. Oh, that was a push by my former teammate, Bortoleto.
He just cut across me. He just fully turned into me. What the
These are the kind of races where I feel like we're missing the upgrades. But okay, after this race, there's a very good chance we'll be getting those upgrades in. I'm supposed to pit, I think, the lap after. But I think I'm just going to pit this lap to try and maybe get an undercut advantage. That could be the difference between us finishing right now where we are, or maybe a position ahead. But if I drive like this, we're finishing nowhere, man. And yup, we're down to P9. Managed to get that position back, but anyway, I'm gonna pit. I don't think anybody else is pitting. We'll pit now. If there was ever a time for us to get a really good stop, it is now.
Okay, there seems to be a problem removing the right front.
It's the biggest piece of dog.
We're such an unserious team, boys. There is no way we're going to be competing for the championship like this. 5-second pit stop. Are you joking? And the fact that this happens so often with our team. At least the good news is we've got no traffic. And yup, the undercut did not work, especially because of how terrible that pit stop we had was. Okay, Science is on the hard, so maybe there's a way we can fight for this position. And I just messed this turn up always. And it just completely throws everything out of plan. At least we just about come ahead of one Mercedes. This has been a brutal race, man. We've just not been able to make any sort of ground. And now in the last lap, there's a chance our former teammate Bortoleto could overtake us. I don't want that, man. I think every point is going to count. We need to keep our position. Lando Norris just keeps racking up the race wins right now. I got to defend this. He's coming at me. I got to defend this no matter what. There you go. Fighting for P8 with everything I've got. You never know how important these points will be. And in the end, we do secure the P8. Okay, it is a blessing in disguise that the Ferrari have now become the dominant car. Max has kind of fallen behind. He only gained 15 points this weekend. We gained 4, so he's still increasing the gap. But halfway through the season, Verstappen being 41 points ahead of me is not bad. Well, actually, it kind of depends on how quickly we can get the upgrades. And by the way, those big boy upgrades are available now. It's going to only take 3 days. That's perfect. We might have all the upgrades coming in before the next race, because look at the amount of resource points I've stacked. Yup, we'll also research this diffuser side upgrade as well. Let's also research some of the chassis upgrades. Bro, the fact that we've saved up all these resource points is going to be so clutch. Hopefully no research delays. That's all I can hope for. And yes, all the research was successful. And also we've unlocked dual development, which means both cars can get those upgrades really quickly. And we are working on getting them both before the Belgian Grand Prix. Oh my days. This could legit change everything. Bro, everything is coming through now. We've even unlocked powertrain upgrades. Bro, we're legit gonna have a completely new car for the second half of the season. Even the powertrain upgrade should be available before, of course, the Belgian Grand Prix. That is actually ridiculous. It all depends now, and all the upgrades came through. Bro, look at the amount we've closed the gap by. We're now so close to being equal to the Mercedes. Bro, I really think we can now win the championship, and we still have a few more parts to come. One of the aero upgrade parts kind of failed. We'll give this one to Gasly later on. But why will it suddenly take like 31 days? That is crazy. All the chassis stuff came through, and now we're just waiting for the powertrain. Come on, research delayed. No. Are those powertrain upgrades gonna come through? Ooh, some of them don't. One of them failed. Again, we'll let Gasly have that part later on. But for now, if we give these parts to Antonelli, that effectively makes us equal to all the other cars. Bro, it's taken us 2.5 seasons, but now we're there. We're one of the fastest cars on the grid, from being literally the worst in this sport. This changes everything, boys. We're 41 points behind Max, but with an equal car, this championship battle has only just begun.